But let's get right to the big story. Ladies and gentlemen, this weekend, President Trump and an elite team of Delta Force special operators removed a dangerous foreign dictator from power. Not that one. They're actually friends. And quite frankly, I think business partners. No, not that. They're also quite close. That's not okay. I believe these two have more of a heated rivalry vibe. If you know what I mean, so it's not that one. No, that one. No, that wasn't us. No, I'm talking about the now former president of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, who was reverse iced and imported. He was actually imported to a jail in Brooklyn. But don't feel bad for him. He was a feared and cruel dictator.
Don't worry, be happy. La 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 la.
Bobby McFerrin karaoke? You monster. Look, I know that clip makes him seem benign, almost kind of comical. But the truth is, Maduro oversaw a repressive regime that impoverished his nation, silenced dissent, and killed thousands. La, la, la. But his iron rule and a cappella terror came to an end on Friday night when U.S. Special Forces raided Caracas, Venezuela's only city, as far as we know, and snatched Nicolas Maduro out of his bedroom, apparently before he could even take off his sleep mask. His aura ring must have been like, you had a bad night. You did not get good, deep sleep. And as it unfolded, Donald Trump was overseeing it all from a secure location, the Situation Tent at Mar-a-Lago. I don't want to be a dick or a nitpicker, but is this the most secure location in Mar-a-Lago? Behind the curtain you throw up in front of the catering kitchen? This is a matter of utmost national security. Dessert's going to have to come out through the service entrance. I was never here. Whoop. That was me acting as though I was coming out of it. But obviously, despite the makeshift command center, this was a highly technical and complex operation that required months of training and preparation.
After months of work by our intelligence teammates to find Maduro and understand how he moved, where he lived, where he traveled, what he ate, what he wore, what were his pets.
Well, that does explain this photo from the raid. I hope you like eating kibble and Gitmo. Daphne. We debated before the show. Is it mildly racist that we gave him a chihuahua? Is that? Because basically we're saying, like, is that because the chihuahua's from Mexico, this is Venezuela, and I thought, well, so there is some nuance to it. But still, mildly racist. You're welcome. Now, obviously, this is actually a very fraught moment for the world. It is highly unusual for any government, any sovereign nation, to violate the airspace and territory of another sovereign nation and hit the grab and go on their president. Explaining it will require the deft hand of an accomplished statesman. Let me get there. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the President of the United States addressing the nation in this solemn moment.
The United States Armed Forces conducted an extraordinary military operation in the capital of Venezuela. It was dark and it was deadly. Or if you look back to the Jimmy Carter days. They were different days, whether it's in Washington, D.C., where we have a totally safe city. Restaurants are opening. Everyone's happy. They're walking their daughters. They're walking their children, their wives. Restaurants are opening all over Washington, D.C.
So in closing, if we hadn't grabbed Maduro, you'd still be taking Ubers to Ruth's Chris. Unless you think I'm making our president look cavalier in this moment, here's Trump describing how he experienced this consequential operation.
If you would have seen what happened, I mean, I watched it literally like I was watching a television show.
And then I flipped over to see who was on Kimmel. I mean, can you believe he still gets to interview Millie Bobby Brown? I mean, he's got no talent. Anyway, back to abducting the president of Venezuela.